또한 산재물이 되어라.
Welcome to Will of the Wednesdays, your weekly city news and discussion. This week's info is a big one. Stay tuned for the discussion segment, where I showcase all the teased and unreleased IDs and ego we currently know of, featuring information from Project Moon's Twitter concept art, uptie art, website, and other places. Today, we're covering roadmap changes, teased IDs, information on Chapter 4, and more. Here are each segment's timestamps. First, here's the news. Limbus Company has released a new roadmap for this year, and there's a lot to cover. I'll give a quick overview before I really get into it. In May, we have a set of 2 new events and new identities. And speaking of new IDs, Sinclair. I was secretly really hoping for the new 3-0 to be Glorious Inquisitor Don Quixote, but hey, not complaining. In June, Chapter 4 will be released, with portions of the main story, Battle Pass, IDs, and egos staggered throughout the month until Mirror Dungeon number 2 and its hard mode is released. Unfortunately, there will no longer be a Mirror Dungeon number 1 hard mode as detailed in the original roadmap. As you may have noticed, this release window implies a late release for Chapter 4. Project Moon has addressed this in this post, stating that they are postponing the release to June 1st. 2023. The reason given is that they wanted to keep raising the bar in terms of story and game content. That does mean a bit of scope creep, and the voiceover portion of Chapter 4 will have lengthened. So, for a more stable work schedule, and to meet their quality assurance standards, the chapter will be delayed. In lieu of the previous release date, a new event tied to the feature, Dante's Notes, will go live, alongside a login event, where you'll be able to read daily new information about the records on various points and keywords of the city's settings. In July, Refraction Railway's Line 2 will arrive, shortly followed with the next Detour, the Magic Hell Bus. Strange seas ahead, embark on a pelagic journey. All hands on deck to remodel the bus. Oh god, there's a lot to absorb there. So, first, it's the Magic School Bus reference. There's only 2 sinners, Faust and Yisang, that fit the engineering side of remodeling the bus, whilst also being able to teach. While Ishmael does fit the all hands on deck part, I'm guessing that remodeling the bus may mean we either have a work system or likely a hub system coming, similar to Arknights, Guardian Tales, or any other gacha featuring a work or base building section. In August, we have an undisclosed mini-event, similar in size to Roll Call, another type of game content called The Art of Business Cards, and another set of IDs and ego. In September, Project Moon will also appear at the 2023 Tokyo Game Show convention, similar to last year. As we can see with all this, Project Moon is absolutely trying. Cassie Wei, or the vocalist behind Millie, is also excited for Chapter 4. With that in mind, and knowing how moving Chapter 3 was, I'm expecting another major boss fight with Millie music in this chapter. And that means
suffering.
Millie is really out here teasing some great expectations. Speaking of teasers, Project Moon has been up to some advertising shenanigans in Ikebukuro. Some watchful eyes have noticed some low-key teasers of the next IDs for Mersal and Rodia. Most of you have played Library of Runa, so I hope you know what's coming. These are their thumb identities, meaning that there will be more ammo usage in the game, hopefully answering some ammo issues with potential lore-based passives. In case you didn't know, the thumb was the large syndicate known in Library of Runa for their in-game mechanic of generating, utilizing, and recycling ammo. Since Project Moon absolutely loves working lore into mechanics, I'm hoping to see some sinners be able to restock on ammo. Also, while this doesn't affect those outside of the US, Korean and Japanese regions have a lot of their prices discounted to match the price of the US dollars prices in the store. Neat. As a reward for getting this far, it's time for
Memebus Company!
your regularly scheduled meme break. Please do not announce to the server when you're going to Kroom. Everyone, please do not announce to the server when you are going to Kroom. This has been a reoccurring issue, and I know why some people have such underdeveloped social skills that they think that a server full of mostly male strangers would need to know that. Only the Kroomers are impressed, but no one else is. Nobody's going to say, let's f***ing go, we are Krooming, especially knowing exactly why you're Krooming. I don't want to add this to the white damage abnormality, since it would be embarrassing for new users to see that we have an abnormality of this, but it is going to be worked with and produced in Keflen from now on. If it occurs, you will be cogitoed, and then additional Cromer took my ability to read. Then, additional occurrences will be dealt with at the discretion of White Knight and Carmen. Thanks. We're done. We're done with that. These are all crappie pastas, but like, why have people made this? What is this Christmas? In the This is a god thing. Oh my god, I'm done. I'm out of here. Thank you to the folk in the description for posting these memes. If you would like to have a PM meme featured, please consider joining the Discord to post and project meme. All links below. Let's get back on track. A quick bathing in the moonlight. There's been a lot of tasteful fan art recently featuring Kromer parading around and beheading robots. Nothing new. But that's because Awa Awa, Millie's second channel, has debuted a song called What Robots Need. It's a softcore 18 plus adult music video on YouTube with a pretty controversial theme. Check it out if you're allowed to. Anyways, I want to show you all the teased identities and egos starting from the early concept arts of Limbus Company up until now. First, we have Thumb Rodion and Mersal in the offline Ikebukuro advertisements, Liu Foss and Yi Sang in Hong Lu's respective Up Taiwan art, W Corp Hong Lu and Dojan in Dawn's Up Taiwan art, R Corp has Rhino Gregor from Ishmael's Up Taiwan and the Limbus Company website, Rabbit Yoshu from Ishmael's Up Taiwan, and either Rabbit Don Quixote or Sinclair in Heathcliff's Up Taiwan. Then, in Hong Lu's Kurokuma Clan ID Up Taiwan art, Heathcliff and Gregor are present. I'd know that little hair bun anywhere. Zwei Association has 4 additional IDs. Don Quixote in Sinclair's Up Taiwan. Faust can be seen on Limbus Concept Arts on Twitter alongside Zwei, Ishmael, and on the official website. Zwei Roja plainly has official art on Twitter. And last of the IDs, 7 Association Mersal is in Yi Sang's Up Tai 3 art. On to egos. Gumong Nang Salam. Mersal, or Hole in the Wall, or possibly Hole in the Man, is seen in concept art on Twitter. Scorch Girl Sinclair, or Don Quixote, is barely visible on the website, though I think it's probably Don Quixote since they're holding a comically large, pointy object that looks similar to Sueño Imposible. And lastly, several Sun Shower Stray Fox egos featuring Yi Sang, as it's the theme of Season 2's Battle Pass. So, here's your actual train of thought. Before Season 1 ends, there'll be one more set of ideas, one of which, we know, is N Corp Sinclair. Who do you think will be the 2 nil featured with Sinclair? Which IDs are you expecting next in Season 2? Make a guess below. Yi Sang and Don Quixote have not received any new IDs since Limbus Company's release, and Ishmael and Yi Sang haven't had individual featured banners yet. With Yi Sang having the IDs of all time, and his chapter being next, I expect PM to give our little jokester some love. I'm still personally hoping for a glorious Inquisitor Don Quixote, which is still possible when the banner drops, and maybe Liu Yi Sang later. I hope Project Mu didn't forget about IDs for Yi Sang, but not gonna lie, it'd be hilarious if 6 months down the line we still have no new Yi Sang ID. So, that's that, and this was This Will the Wednesday. Happy grinding.